Welcome to this quick fix episode. Today we're going to look at restuffing a 3-pillow recliner back. Now, padding replacement can be an expensive proposition, especially if you're replacing the foam in a seat on a recliner, because that typically means you're going to have to disassemble the furniture just to access that area. Once you install the foam, you're going to have to reassemble, so that labor drives the cost up quite a bit. But today we have an example of the polar opposite of that. Instead of expensive and time-consuming, this is going to be cheap and easy. The customer that brought this back into the shop was complaining about feeling like his head's being pushed forward when he sits in the chair, that it's no longer comfortable. And that's a common complaint that I get. And what typically happens is the weight of your torso from the shoulders down and the two lower sections here will mat down the padding a lot sooner than simply the weight of your head will here. So in most cases, or in many cases, this top cushion is pretty much still intact, whereas these bottom sections have begun to flatten out. Now, what's great about this design is it's like you have loose pillows here, and they have zippers on the back. So restuffing this guy is a breeze. So let's get started. Now, there are two different types of padding that you can use. One is a loose fiber fill. I don't recommend this normally because it's mostly air, and you're going to have to restuff again much sooner than if you use something more substantial. I recommend using some foam. You don't want to use the firmer varieties that are intended for seat cushions that give more support. You want to use the softer foams for backs, okay? Now you can start with 1 or 2 inch. I've went ahead and cut a 2-inch piece here. And what you want to do is cut the padding slightly smaller than the compartment you're going to install it in. You don't want it bunching up in the corners and feeling that when you sit against it, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and put in this piece. You want to be careful with the zippers and get a finger in behind the zipper so that no padding will get caught in the zipper as you're opening or closing. In here they have a baggie that's holding the foam in place, which is good. That prevents us from getting some of that foam caught in the zipper. So let's install our piece. You want to make sure it's smoothed out and it's laying as flat as possible. Now, before you close the zipper, what you want to do is compress this. You'll want to draw the zipper together to prevent damaging or breaking your zipper, right? Okay, so what this does, by installing this piece of foam on the back side of your original padding, it brings your padding forward again. It restores it to its original position. So what you want to do is add padding to whatever sections need it, put this back on the chair, and try it out. Try it in all different recline positions, and then tweak it as necessary. And when you're finished, you're done. That's it. That's all there is to it. Now, as I said, the top section usually doesn't require much padding, but if you have to add some here as well, for some reason they don't include a zipper on some of these top ones. But that's not a problem. Simply use some scissors to cut this area open. Do the same thing. Dial it in, get it just right, and when you go to close it up, just use a stapler or hand sew it shut. And it doesn't matter how pretty or ugly that repair is, because when you're finished, no one will ever see it. So that's it for this quick fix. Thanks for watching. See you next time.